Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the video. So I'll be showing you guys my method and how I take notes to memorize and encode as much information that I can extract from this video tutorial right here easily and efficiently without feeling cognitively overloaded or stressed out. Memorizing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques is hard and complex, so I made it easier for myself because I believe the more knowledge that I am able to memorize and retain effectively, the more efficient and enriching it becomes to build skill from that knowledge by using kinesthetic learning when I get the chance to train at my gym. In Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kinesthetic learning is all about learning through movement and hands-on practice. So instead of watching someone demonstrate a move or listening to instructions, you learn by physically drilling moves, rolling with a partner, and feeling how your body and your opponent's body reacts. This type of learning helps build muscle memory, improves timing, and develops an intuitive understanding of techniques through repetition and real-life applications during sparring. Whatever type of kinesthetic learning or methods there are in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I believe that my method can make the experience to do them even more efficient and enriching thing to do. Back when I was a beginner grappler, doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was a constant struggle because I had constant memory problems. So I at least want to get over that bad type of struggle of always forgetting and having memory fog when it comes to learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques and start having a good type of struggle of finally able to reach to a point of having enough foundational knowledge built to work with to actually have fun and improve from my struggles that I may face on the mats at the gym. I believe acquiring knowledge is the first step to developing skill, and knowledge with practice comes skill. And I use my method to make it easier to build the knowledge so that I can have more time, energy, and enjoyment to put to practice to develop the skill more efficiently. To get the full detail on everything about my method, I have a 4-hour video explaining everything about it, my reasons for making it, how it works, and all about the learning methods that I use and combine together to create this one method to memorize Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques easier and convenient. So check it out. But overall, it's a method that I use to memorize Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques anytime and anywhere I want without needing to drill or show up to my gym. Show me a technique and I'll show you guys how I memorize it. For this video, I'll be checking out the shoulder crunch Sumi Gaeshi sweep from Butterfly Guard by Gordon Ryan. And this is from a channel called Bernardo, Faria, BJJ Fanatics. And I'll try to memorize everything I can from it because I just like Gordon Ryan stuff, and it'll be good to add some sweeps to more of my Butterfly Guard game. I mean, this is cool. Usually I stick with the fundamental sweeps of Butterfly Sweep, but if I can add a little more spice to it whenever I'm just rolling with my buddy or whatever, right? Just found myself being able to start setting it up and actually executing it. I would, just to roll for fun, have fun with my friends, not part of my A game. It's mostly gonna be my have fun game, you know? Anyways, here I have my Anki app open, ready to start my method. I already have the source and the name filled out. As you can tell, the source being YouTube, the channel is Bernardo Faria BJJ Fanatics, and the name is right there, the shoulder crunch Sumi Gaeshi sweep from Butterfly Guard by Gordon Ryan. And it's time to start the process on the back of the card. For this process, I'll be using two different types of learning methods called chunking and the pattern method, where first I break the large complex information that I am confronted with in this video tutorial right here into more smaller simple pieces by using the chunking method, and then a second arrange those pieces into a different form where it becomes like a puzzle for my brain to naturally solve to figure out for the answer by using the pattern method. I find that doing these two different types of learning methods of breaking the large complex information into simple ideas and then turning those simple pieces into questions for my brain to figure out by putting all the pieces back together to get to the answer, I find it really helps me memorize Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques like crazy. The idea for this type of memorization process that I do is that it gets me constantly thinking and making connections throughout the whole time I do it. The more I can get my brain to think and make connections with the complex grappling material of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques, the more likely I am able to convince my brain to deem them valuable and have a higher chance for them to enter my long-term memory much faster and easier. That I don't feel stressed out or confused at the end of the process, that instead, whatever grappling knowledge I just threw inside my head for the the first time will stay long term and will not be easily forgettable, that I feel very well prepared and excited to immediately put them to practice whenever I get the chance to train at my gym. Anyway guys, let's get started. So how I start this method is I always start with a situational block. Situational blocks are basically a way to indicate different types of scenarios or applications that a technique can be used in the video tutorial. So let's get started.
Okay guys, we're here today with Gordon and Ryan. Huge honor for me. Guys, we just launched a very interesting instructional video with Gordon. That was like the ADCC analysis, so it was like my revolution is your revolution, where Gordon analyzed every single match he did on ADCC, and he probably had like the best performance ever on ADCC. He won the double gold and he got like 6 submissions, 8 matches. And I read, Gordon? Yeah, right? Yep. And so he made one instruction talking about every single detail that he used on ADCC, and it was super cool because he did a breakdown of every match where he talks about the video and then he demonstrates the technique that he used. So today he's gonna show us here how he did the shoulder lock sweep. How do you call it?
The shoulder crunch Sumi Gaeshi.
That he used against Bochecha in the finals of the open class. That he was in the butterfly, he got a sweep, he went to the mount, and then Bochecha was able to escape, but it was like probably like one of the best sweeps in the entire tournament, especially because it was against Bochecha, who is like one of the best competitors in the history of the sport. So let's do it, Gordon.
Yeah, so this is this is the thing that everyone's talking about. The initial setup came off an arm drag. Now, when most people go for an arm drag, if I'm gonna arm drag on Bernardo's right arm, I fall to my right hip.
Let's see.
The initial setup came off an arm drag. Now, when most people go for an arm drag, if I'm going to arm drag on Bernardo's right arm, I fall to my right hip and I try to go in and take his back. What I did was I used the initial arm drag to set up exposure on the opposite side.
Okay, so I'm gonna determine the timestamps for this video. It starts at 1:15. Okay, so step 1. Let's see. And my first block that I'll be using. Okay, yeah, he's in the butterfly guard, of course. So keep safe plus keep safe plus. So right here, this is my first block. Keep safe, keep safe. What I'm keeping safe is I'm looking at these 2 feet are keeping safe under, Bernardo's crotch, and yeah, going from there. Just simple ideas. Let's see. What was it? Okay, keep safe, and well, I mean, that's all the simple idea of information I can think of. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that should be good. Keep safe, hold position. Maybe no. Let's make it to a safety position because butterfly guard is kind of like, to me, a safety position, right?
Side arm by falling to the opposite hip. So instead of falling to my right hip, I went into a drag and I sort of.
Oh yeah. He also explained that right here.
Drag. Now, when most people go for an arm drag, if I'm going to arm drag on Bernardo's right arm.
Yeah, right here. Here's 117. So, go to move. It's an arm drag, of course. So, I'm gonna make it in 1 block. Take. Let's see. Go to move. Keep safe plus equals restrain. Plus transitioning plus go under plus keep safe equals take opportunity equals pull towards equals vulnerable position 2. And remember, if you've been watching my other previous videos, the 2 is basically if you see a block that has a 2 in front of it, it means it's the opponent. So VP means vulnerable position. So when I'm going for an arm drag, I'm exposing their back. So for them, that's not good because they're in a vulnerable position. So that's why. Here's the block right here. Transitioning, go under, keep safe. That's basically Gordon Ryan's arm going right, transitioning, going under to Bernardo's armpit and keeping safe and under Bernardo's armpit because he's keeping safe with a grip. So yeah, just basically simple ideas. Oh yeah, another thing to add, blocks are basically acronyms that convey movement, imagination, signifiers, and any idea I can use to relate and convert complex information into simple ideas. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is that I'm taking the information and converting it into what I call blocks. These are blocks, and these blocks are a way to give the technique more of a simple context approach for the brain to work with to memorize easier.
I fall to my right hip and I try to go in and take it back. What I did was I used the initial arm drag to set up exposure on the opposite side arm by falling to the opposite hip. So instead of falling to my right hip, I went into a drag and I started pulling.
Okay, okay, so
Opposite hip. So instead of falling.
Plus, there's, so knock towards, plus put weight, plus sweet spot. Okay, there you go. 128. Okay, so let's make it into another situational. There's situational 2. And I'm gonna start with, again, step 1 and link it. So it's a setup from basically arm drag from butterfly. So how I would do this is situational 1. This is the linking block. So this links to a specific line of code or block that I'm aiming for to continue my thinking, like where I off. It's like a bookmark in a way. Step 1, situational 1, step 1, section 2. Section 2 is basically parts of a step, sections, so this is step 1 will be considered section 1, and then the line that's underneath the step is section 2, right? Let's see. And which block now I'm aiming for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4th block. Oops, money sign. Fine. Plus change plan equals knock towards plus sweet spots equals setup. Okay.
Falling to my right hip, I went into a drag and I started pulling Buchecha on top of me in this direction. Then as he went to go post to my shoulder.
All right, 136. Let's see. And remember, guys, this right here, like say for example, GTM is 1 block. But if there's you see 2 blocks and they're behind a parentheses, they all combine together to be 1 block, basically. So just want to clear that out of the way. 136. Okay, so step 2 plus see. So it goes SY, psychology. So I'm making them think how would they react to in a situation, AO equals anticipated opponent, they would do this. Yeah, they would. Transition plus go over plus post spot 2 equals make equals it's a kickstand for them, so it goes make distance 2 equals and keep balance. That's why they're doing it. So yeah, notice all these 2s right there, right? That's, you're imagining them in their scenario.
And posture up, I pulled my, I'm on the shoulder here. I pulled my right knee.
Let's call it anticipate post on. Okay.
Into my chest, and I put his hand on the floor above my head. Then exposed his arm.
Okay, hold on, give me a second. My brain just had a brain fart right there.
I pulled my right knee into my chest, and I put his...
Okay, wait, did he do anything before that?
Then as he went to go post to my shoulder and posture up, I pulled my, I'm on the shoulder here. I pulled my right knee into my chest, and I put his hand on the floor above my head.
141. Set 3, take opportunity equals, and you know, maybe you should be, when I'm looking at this situation, you know, if Bernardo is above me and he's starting to make a nice kickstand pose, I better act quick, right? I can't stay there forever. It's not a ideal situation. Let's see, act quick. Take opportunity equals keep safe plus no, towards equals I'm trying to think. Equals take away plus maybe not keep safe, pull towards. Okay, and I'll just get rid of this for here. Take away equals knock towards plus sweet spot equals anticipate zone equals post spot 2 equals keep balance 2 equals vulnerable equals take opportunity.
Then exposed his arm. Now I came through, and I...
Yeah, maybe it's a vulnerable position, to be honest. If he's exposing his arm like that all the way over there, I mean, you're kind of asking for it.
Went elbow deep on his shoulder.
Okay, hold on. Give me, go back. Okay.
Went elbow deep on his shoulder like so.
Wait.
Floor above my head. Then exposed his arm. Now I came through, and I...
Okay, 147. Step 4 plus. Okay. Transitioning plus go around plus keep safe. Keep safe. Keep safe equal. Just wait, so.
Went elbow deep on his shoulder like so. The key is to make sure that his head stays next to mine and not over mine.
Oh, okay. 153. So I'm starting a new section under step 4 because it's related to step 4 basically. Transition cross sleep equals RST, restrained. And equals hold position. IMP equals important equals IL plus inline. So IL is basically a block that I use to make sure, okay, well, what's in line? What's got to be in line with my head, right? That will give me a decent amount of hint, right? You don't want, again, I'm not trying to be too specific with my notes, right? I'm relying on my own brain power that anytime when I open my app and to go to review this card, and when I read down to that line, I better, figure out, what does it mean? And it might take me some time, or maybe take me a minute or two, but as long as I'm kind of actively recalling the information, eventually the answer will land in my head. But if it doesn't, and I forgot, then maybe I have to rework the card again and add some more hints to it, just a little more to get my brain being able to memorize it. Let's see, important, inline, stay in mind, equals, what does it equals? So important, the head's gotta be in line with my head. Stay in mind is that, yeah, it's gotta be right next to my head. What else? What kind of hints that I can add to this? Thinking, how do I convert this complex information to a simple idea? Trying to think. More stronger? Yeah. No, let's see. I would say it's like more effective, yeah.
If Bernardo is able to take his head on top of my head, he can easily pull up.
It's okay. It's greater than, and warning equals not strong equals. Oh wait. Escape 2.
Elbow free.
More effective plus more secure. Yes, more secure. Inline is important. Make tight. Equals, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Free.
Add plus hold down right there. There you go. That should look good.
And then the arm comes out. So I want to make sure that my elbow stays pointing up towards the ceiling and not parallel to the floor. If my forearm is parallel to the floor, he can easily take his elbow out by taking his head up, and now he's gone.
Yeah.
So I make sure that my elbow stays up, pointed towards the ceiling, and my shoulder is glued to my partner's armpit. Now when he goes to take his elbow free, it's very, very difficult. Now I go in and I lock my hands together. Now I started lifting out to my left side. As BJJ wants to go push back into me, we have a strong pushback reaction where we can start lifting over my right shoulder.
Oh, wait.
Now the issue is, now I start, and my shoulder is glued to my partner's armpit. Now when he goes to take his elbow free, it's very, very difficult. Now I go in and I lock my...
225. 225. Okay, so that's when he locks his elbow. Yeah, that's it right here. Plus. All right, so I saw him, he just let go of Bernardo's hand right there. So LG for let go. Transition plus go under plus go over. Yeah. Plus keep safe. I shouldn't turn this into one block, to be honest. It's too much. Equals close the precision. Equals more secure. There. Equals hold position.
Lock my hands together. Now I started lifting out to my left side. As BJJ wants to go push back into me, we have a strong pushback reaction where we can start lifting over my right shoulder. Now the issue is, if I start lifting with my left elbow and I compromise my right elbow positioning, he'll be able to pull the elbow free. While it is true that I do use my left hand and left elbow to guide his head over to this side, I have to make sure that I stay with a high right elbow. If my right elbow sags down too low, Bernardo will always be able to base his left arm out on the floor, and now he can take his head over my head, and he can easily pull the elbow back inside, and now he's free.
Oh shit.
Elbow positioning, he'll be able to pull the elbow free over my right shoulder. It's very, very difficult. Now I go in and I lock my hands together. Now I started lifting out to my left side. As Bujesh went to go push back into me, we have a strong pushback reaction where we can start lifting.
Okay, 232. So, yeah, okay, so we're here. Yeah, pushing this, it pushes this way to this direction. So anticipate opponent equals move forward 2 plus push away 2 and plus make heavy 2 plus sweet spot equals prefer position.
Lifting over my right shoulder. Now the issue is, if I start lifting with my left elbow and I compromise my right elbow positioning, I'll be able to pull the elbow free. While it is true that I do use my left hand and left elbow to guide his head over to this side, I have to make sure that I stay with a high right elbow. If my right elbow sags down too low, Bernardo will always be able to base his left arm out on the floor, and now he can take his head over my head, and he can easily pull the elbow back inside, and now he's free. So I want to make sure that as I go to take him up and over, I have a high right elbow. So when Bernardo goes to base out with his left hand,
okay. Yeah, I get what he means now. Took me a minute there. 247. Warning. Equals escape. 2 is less than and more secure equals keep more secure equals sweet spot plus keep safe. Keep safe. Keep safe. Yeah, let's see. Sweet spot. No. Equals bring up plus sweet spot. Bring up plus sweet spot equals keep safe.
it's very, very difficult. When he goes to take his elbow out, it's also very difficult.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
So when Bernardo goes to base out with his left hand, it's very, very difficult. When he goes to take his elbow out, it's also very difficult. And now they can easily take him up and over into a mounted position.
312. 312. Let's see. Option cancel. 2 plus. Okay, actually, let's do a takeaway. Takeaway plus takeaway equals takeaway equals, yeah. It does relate to this, so takeaway.
Where we can go and
Okay, so and then he did do the sweep. So where is it?
elbow out, it's also very difficult. And now they can easily
317. 17. Step 7 plus take opportunity. take opportunity equals those. Push away equals better position.
Take him up and over into a mounted position where we can go in and get a full sweep and preferably a mount. For the initial setup, I went into an arm drag, and instead of going across to the typical hip, which is the right hip, I fell across down to the left hip. So as he went to go post to my shoulder, I pulled him further than...
Okay, hold on, let me see. So say psychology and then go over and kickstand now. So go back here, situation 1, go to move, say, pull, put weight, ACO, snap, cross, yeah, okay.
Then he wanted to, and I went in elbow deep with my right hand. Now, the whole thing is to make sure that his head stays next to mine, not on top of mine. So I lock my hands, and I keep a high right elbow. When Bernardo goes to pull his elbow free, it's very, very difficult. As I start lifting to my left, he pushes back into me. Easy. Take him up and over, and now we go into positions where we can go into attacks from top position.
So one more time, Gordon. So first you go for the arm drag. I could go and post my hand over here, but then and now look guys, I cannot place my hand anywhere over there that would actually give me a base. Then just keep going, and you are in an amazing. Why did he did this? Why?
Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video. So after I finally converted all of this information that I learned from this video tutorial into this code form, having the new information fresh in my head to prevent this new information from spoiling, the last process that I do is that I use an app called Inky, which is right here, Inky, to help me review and increase my retention of the information by using a method called spaced repetition. That way I don't have to worry about forgetting what I just memorized. It could be weeks to months to even years. It wouldn't matter because this method will make sure I won't forget it as long as I'm consistent with it, of course. So just one more thing, when I'm breaking the information into this code form, think of it like this. Have you ever played that game where you hold up a word or a picture, right, above your forehead, and you rely on the other players to give you hints to figure out the word or pictures that you have? Try doing the same thing with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques. If someone had a word or picture of a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu technique called the Kimura from side mount or side control, right, above their forehead, how would you describe it or hint it to them without being too obvious and descriptive? So that's basically the idea when I'm breaking this code form. I'm trying to give myself enough hints that whenever I do review the card again, right, when I'm rereading over this code form, I have to rely on my thinking to lead me to the answer. And this is basically just hints, right? Your brain does a great job to figure out the patterns and filling up the information for you. And it really leads to active recall, a lot of active recall, and you trying hard. I mean, not trying hard, but like your brain is tapping into this problem-solving state where it could work hard optimally and effectively to retrieve the answer. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. And yeah, it just works. It helps me memorize techniques like crazy. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video, and I'll catch you on the next video. So please subscribe and wait for more.